Alright, so yesterday we started going over the very first lesson in chapter 2, which was linear functions, and it's trying to figure out how to find the pattern of things. So today we're going to briefly go over the information that we should have learned from yesterday, and then kind of show you what you're going to be doing today. So, I have a pattern here. I have given you a pattern. I've given you a table, and then we have some very important questions about that pattern and table. So, first and foremost, we should remember from yesterday that there are two very important pieces of information we need. We need the starting value and how much it's growing by, or the growth rate every single time. If we have those two pieces of information, we can state everything else that we need to know. So the very first thing is, let's look at our pattern. So I'm going to use this pink pen. We need to figure out what's the pattern here. What is happening? So I'm just going to pick two of these figures, figure 1 and figure 2. And I'm going to see what's changing. So I have 2 on this side. So I'm going to go ahead and mark the 2 on this side, because that matches up with these two. And then I have 4 across the bottom, so I already have this one marked. So I need 1, 2, 3 more marked. So that represents these 4 across the bottom, right? 1, 2, 3, 4. And then I have 3 on this side, so I need to represent 1, 2, 3 on this side. So this pink that I have shaded is this original figure. So in this original figure, we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 7 boxes. And this one, we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. So right away, we can see, okay, what's the difference? From here to here, it's growing by 4. Okay, we can double check that. From here to here, does it grow by 4? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. 15, perfect. So we do notice that from 11 to 15, it does grow by 4. So right away, we're starting to see the growth. It's growing by 4 each time. So I already have that piece of information. I can already start to fill in my chart, because I know for table 1, or for figure 1, I have 7 boxes. And for figure 2, I have 11 boxes. For figure 3, I have 15. And we already said that it's growing by 4 each time, so I can add 4 to this and already know that when I draw out this next figure, it is going to have 19 boxes, right? So again, I need to now know, where are those boxes being added? So that way when I draw it over here, I know where to add them. Okay, well, again, looking at this one to this one, where are my non-shaded boxes? They add 1 to this side. So we added 1 to this column, and then we added 3 over here. So again, if I were to shade this one compared to this one, all of these are shaded. All of these are shaded, and all of these and these are shaded. So we again notice they added 1 up here at the top, and they added 3 on the side. So when I go to draw my next figure, so again, I'm going to make it look just like this one. So I'm going to draw my 1, 2, 3, 4 boxes. So 1, 2, 3, 4. 4 on this side. And then I know I'm going to have 2 in the middle, right? And then I'm going to have 3, 6, 9 on this side. So I'm going to do, let's do it look like this. Now obviously I'm drawing it with this pen, so it's not as pretty. You guys can draw it on paper, or you can use like the actual figures up here, so we can like insert boxes if you want. Make it look as pretty or as less pretty as you want, as long as I can tell that it looks like this, right? So this is this figure redrawn. I haven't added any new ones. I'm going to use a different color and add my new one. So again, remember I'm adding 1 on this row, and then I'm adding a whole nother row over here of 3. So this is what my new figure 4 is going to look like. So figure 4 looks like this. And again, we can count 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19. So we know we did it right because our 19 matches up with the 19 that we knew we were going to have over here. Now we need to work on figure 0. So we're going to work backwards. So again, no, we're adding 4 each time. So if I'm working backwards, 7 minus 4 means I should have 3 over here. So I know that I'm going to have 3. So let's figure out. Again, remember every time they add 1 over here, and then they add a column over here. Okay, well, if I take that 1 and that 3 away, I only have the 3 on the bottom. So then this is what figure 0 is going to look like. So again, on the assignment that you're going to do today, it's going to look just like this. And you're going to need to draw a new figure. Might be figure 0, might be figure 4, it might be both. You're going to need to fill in a table, and then you're going to need to answer the following questions. So we've already answered the growth. It's growing by 4 each time. Next, it's asking for the starting value. Remember, where's our figure starting at? Well, it starts at 0. So I can look on my table to find my 0, which is a 3. I can look on my picture to find my 0, which is 3. So there's multiple ways to find my starting value. I can either, again, look at the table or look at the pattern. So my starting value is 3. Now that I have these 2 questions answered, I can now write my equation. Remember, my equation is going to be y equals, then there's going to be some number next to x, and then there's going to be some number on the end. Remember, the number that's next to x is the number that we're growing by each time. So this growth rate, this 4, is going to be the number next to x. And then the number that's all by itself, our constant, the one that doesn't change, is going to be my starting value, which in this case is 3. So my equation would be y equals 4x plus 3. Okay? So now we can use that equation to figure out whatever number's down here. So in this case, the number is a 50, which means I either have to draw this all the way out to 50, or I have to finish this all the way until I get to 50, or I can take the number 50 and plug it in right here for x, because x again represents my figure number. So if I plug in a 50 here, 50 times 4 is 200, and then 200 plus that starting value, 3, equals 203. So this is the same problem. That's your very first problem on your worksheet. So if you followed along in this video, you should just be able to fill in all these answers and draw out your pictures just like we did together. And then now you're going to go on and finish 3 more practice problems. Again, using the same information. Draw your figures, count how many tiles are in there, and then fill out all of the answers.